Okay. Thank you, Benny. Thank you so much for joining this conversation, which is extreme gratitude, and I'm thankful to you for your time. Uh, for the audience, let me introduce you. Uh, so Benny is also studying at the same time. He's passionate. He's enthusiastic about exploring climate and weather changes. So uh, I mean, it's going to be very interesting conversation with him as we are going to discuss about the climate and related topics. So Benny, once again, thank you and welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So Benny, what are you studying right now? And how did you get interested in exploring climate related changes?
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity that you gave me to tell about me and wanted to people. Many people don't know about me. Like they used to follow my updates, but don't know about me, and you gave the chance to uh, know about myself. Like people want to people can know about myself. So I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's in agriculture, sir, in
Mm-hmm,
Chaudhary Charan Singh University, Meerut, Uttar Pradesh.
mm-hmm,
And basically, from childhood, I love watch clouds like rains, and like whenever if it rains, I won't stay in home. I would like to uh, like go out of the house and watch the clouds rains. I used to go to the upstairs and on the dhaba. I used to stay there till it rains and then when it ends. Like
mm-hmm,
I won't stay in home. Even if I sleep also, if I get a rain sound outside, I used to wake up and go and see the rain,
mm-hmm.
opening the windows. Like it's all a rain dream. Like everything. I used to run behind the rain and like everything. No other things. Only just love the rain and love the weather. Like
Okay.
if it not rains, I will go through the like in a normal thing. Like I love rains basically, and
Mm-hmm,
from one of the incidents happened in my seventh class during the time.
mm-hmm,
A cyclone named Hudhud.
mm-hmm,
It landfall and it hit our city, Vishakhapatnam.
mm-hmm,
So during that time, I'm in
mm.
seventh class and I'm watching that cyclone with my. So so during that time, I have seen the cyclone with my all the naked eyes. Like I'm experiencing it. Like the trees are like falling in front of my eyes. The roofs are like a paper plates. Like everything was destruction. I'm seeing with my eyes. So I got people usually like scared. These are things that are scared things. Like they usually fear, like frightened things. But I have not frightened about the things. But I have got much interested on that and like. I got more interested to know about the cyclones and winds, everything like rainfall patterns, everything. So from that
Mm-hmm,
time, I in the search of the cyclones, like
mm-hmm,
I got to more into the subject and I used to collect the informations from articles and various weather agencies. I collect the information and gather the
mm-hmm,
information, and I
mm-hmm,
used to know when our city will get rain. Like
mm-hmm,
from that, I got more interested in weather, and I used to watch the patterns. Like okay, when it is going to rain in our area.
mm-hmm,
Like I have observed months, and from years I'm observing that. Okay, Vishakhapatnam city will get rainfall in this month. Like
mm-hmm,
okay, I'm okay. In this month we don't get rainfall. In this month we'll get cyclones. Like I'm observing from past years.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So in that
Okay.
way, I'm interested. Yes.
Okay. And but Benny, I think you have not studied the climate or weather as a professional or as a proper degree or something, right? I mean, it's just based on your experience and the
Yeah.
information, the knowledge that you gather from different sources, right?
Yes. Yes.
So it is your self exploration, and based on that, now you are forecasting also, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And how are you connected to different organization and agencies?
No, I'm passionate. Like I'm now I started forecasting with my own like. I have not connected with any agencies or even
Okay.
Indian Metro department also. But
Okay.
I used to gather the information from them, like not full source, but one of the day even they also fail. Even the models will be failed. The weather
Hmm.
models because weather is not a prediction. Weather is a prediction, but it's not 100%. It's just
Hmm.
a possibility,
Hmm.
as you all know. It's just a
Hmm.
possibility because if we say the forecast, even we will have the trust, but even 10 to 5% we will also have the fear like uh, it's going to like it will happen, but some possibilities there that our forecast will also get failed sometimes
Hmm.
due to
Okay.
some reasons like behind it. So I have gathered the information from various weather models. I will go with the two things. One is scientific approach and conventional approach. The scientific approach, which I used to gather the information from various weather models, weather agencies, and applications, which I'm going through it. And the conventional approach, which I used to watch the basic weather conditions, like which suitable for atmospheric conditions that it would give the rain to that particular region or the particular place. Like so, uh, with the both combined for scientific and conventional approach, I will give a better output to the people and providing the forecast for the people.
Okay. Okay.
Like
And so,
both
yeah.
conventional and scientific approach. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so,
Without a scientific approach and with only conventional approach, we can't give 100% forecast. Yes, we should watch our experience in conventional approach, like watching clouds and basic weather forecasting system. Also, we should need like we should combine the both and we should do the forecast. Then it can be 100% successful. Otherwise, it will be somewhat like there is a less probability. There is a forecasting like a
okay. So you're saying that, in earlier days, right, when this kind of different technology and systems were not there, people used to watch, see clouds and they used to predict. So you're talking about that conventional approach as well, correct?
yes, yes.
Right.
Conventional approach is useful for a particular region or like a tropics. India is a tropical country, as we are
Hmm.
studying from childhood. It's a tropical
Hmm.
country, and we are behind the below the equator, and we are in the hot zones. Basically, we have a three seasons: winter, summer, and rainy season. Whereas other states, there will be less summers and more winters because they are in temperate zones. As
Hmm.
like these all things is under comes under conventional approach, like by knowing the basic weather conditions.
Hmm.
So in the view, proper topography, like topography means like rainfall distribution. Some places
Hmm.
will get less rainfall. Why? Some places will get more rainfall. Why? The topography conditions. In India, we'll see the more rains in west coast where compared to east coast, and even northeast India also gets more rainfall. Like west coast, like from Kerala to even up to your Gujarat region, like Saurashtra and with Gujarat region and Mumbai and Karnataka coast, because the topography is favorable for the southwest monsoon conditions. Like the place where would we get a heavy rainfall, we should know the topographic and basic weather conditions, which is called as a conventional approach or a conventional methods that would not come under a scientific methods. Whereas in northeast region also there are more forests and the winds are favorable for the more giving more rainfall in the southwest monsoon region. So like we are going according to the atmospheric and topographic conditions, we are going to get a idea about the conditions. Basically, when we give the
Hmm.
forecast to the particular region or a
Okay.
place, yes.
Okay, so Benny, for example, let's say because you are there in Vizag, you can do your conventional approach as well because you are there and you can see the clouds, you
Yes,
can see the environment and everything, and then you can predict, you can forecast.
yes,
But for example, if you have to forecast for Gujarat state, how do you
yeah.
do that? I mean, for that, you only go with the data that is
Ah,
available. Hmm?
yeah. Okay. I have said that even topographic conditions and atmospheric conditions also comes under conventional approach. So
Mm-hmm.
based on the topography of Gujarat region,
Mm-hmm.
basically when topography of Gujarat, we would say as Gujarat is in west coast.
Mm.
So west coast would trains basically from starting from June and July are the rainiest months for the West. Also, we
mm,
have seen some flood situations this year in Gujarat in July, I think.
mm-hmm,
But in August it was a very dry along the west coast. Even in Gujarat, although single drop, I think it won't
mm,
not much rains in August compared
mm,
to in July. So
mm,
based on the topography also, we
mm-hmm,
can conclude that okay, this region will get rains and in this particular month. Okay, in this region we won't get rains in much in this month. Like based on a topography and the particular region atmospheric conditions, we can go with that conventional approach. But for the nowcast updates, like it would rain in Ahmedabad in next 1 hour. So we for that we should go through some applications and weather radars, which is used to track the storms. Like
mm-hmm,
for 1 hour forecast or 1 day forecast, we will go with weather models. But
mm-hmm.
overall rain period we can calculate by the topography.
Okay, okay, cool. I mean, it's so much new thing for me. I'm also trying to understand. So, but thank you for this information, Benny. I really appreciate that. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, what else do you see? I mean, do you feel that because we have seen a lot of people talking about climate is changing a lot, and we should really be worried about that? Do you have such information? What are your thoughts about that?
Yes, even before 10 years, I have seen that Vizag receives much rainfall, but from last 2 years, the rainfall has decreased, not in
Mm-hmm.
India, in many parts of the in many parts of the world also. We can see the early changes in climate happening due to the global warming, the main
Mm-hmm.
reason,
Mm-hmm.
and flood situations and drought situations already happening because of increasing sea surface temperatures. Like basically, sea surface temperature should be in the normal, but the sea surface temperatures are getting more warmer now. It would result in less rainfall, and as would also it would result in flood situations. Like
Mm-hmm.
usually, we should get a normal rainfall, but the pattern has changed nowadays. As it would be completely dry, it is completely dry. But if
Mm-hmm.
it rains, it will get leads to floods. So the
Mm-hmm.
situation changes that either we are getting excess rains or whether we are getting below normal rains. The rainfall
Mm-hmm.
pattern is not normal, and the
Mm-hmm.
temperatures also above normal nowadays. And there are the normal temperatures are done because if we see in this summer is much hotter in India. It break the
Right.
records almost many places cross 40 degrees Celsius, and even
Mm.
in the July month, the July month which we have seen the rains that are very excess. But in the August we have broken the 121 years record, which was recorded the like 1901. 1901 we have recorded the lowest rainfall in August, and we have break that records in 2023, which we recorded very low rainfall with the minus 34% of annual rain below normal rainfall across the country. So these all patterns leads to this is very bad situation according to me. So we because of the people deforestation, like cutting of the trees, and people like if constructions like we are constructing buildings in the lake area, so it would lead to floods because one day nature will give back to you what you do. So we should not do the things like we should not construct buildings in the property where the nature used to where nature lives in that. If we construct buildings in rivers and lakes, what it would be after the rain, the water should go into the river, and the water now is going into the buildings. So it would the manner like we should we should change our things and we should change our lives. Like we should grow the trees, and we should only save the environment. Otherwise, the nature can't save
Mm-hmm.
us.
Do you think India being in that particular region, geographical region, do we have some more advantage uh, than other countries and probably uh, or, or like is there anything that
Yeah.
we have something beneficial that we should take care about that more? Because I think we are lucky that we have, 3 4 weathers in the whole year. But there are many countries where, like it's only snowfall, or there is no sun at all, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
so do you think
Yeah,
India? Mm-hmm,
yeah, basically, the question was very nice and appreciate it. And yeah, India is good with the conditions. Now we are okay with the conditions what we have, what we have. Like yes, the rainfall patterns or the temperatures or everything is cool in India,
mm-hmm,
except some situations we are facing that like floods. The flood situation is happening due to constructions in some constructions of more constructions happening.
mm-hmm,
We can't save the cities like Delhi, even Delhi, and got flooded this year. It's been a lot
mm,
after long time it has been flooded, and even Hyderabad, Mumbai, cities like Mumbai, even Chennai too. So this is all happening due to the constructions and the um, growing of urbanization. Urbanization is increasing. So in this in view of all this, we are facing the situation. If we get reduce these all things, we can get out of the flood situations, and we can save our environment. So India is better than other countries. Yes, it's very correct. Yeah, we don't usually get affected to many natural calamities like disasters. We only get once, like even nowadays this year we have not seen such major cyclone. Only one cyclone have uh, just came, and but it also went to that region. What is that? But Gujarat got one cyclone, right? I forgot
yeah,
recently.
there was one, yeah, right. Mm,
In May,
right.
in sorry, recently it came.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mocha, Mocha, Mocha
Mocha.
cyclone. Yeah,
Yeah, I think, but there was one, right? Yeah, in this particular year, there was something. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Mocha has crossed it, it won't it affected, but it affected large parts of coastal areas, not
Mm-hmm.
affected much. It was better than Tokte, I think. Tokte or Tufan also, a cyclone also hit the Gujarat Tokte. Yeah, it hit severely, and one more cyclone. Yeah, many hit
Mm-hmm.
Gujarat. Usually, we see Gujarat cyclones mostly in before the monsoon entry, like May ending until June starting. We used to see cyclones in Gujarat.
Mm-hmm.
So like we'll get basically we are we are habituated to cyclones. India faced a lot of cyclones from many years. It's a
Mm-hmm.
natural thing because cyclones are possible in that particular in particular time. So
Mm-hmm.
it won't stop. Even in our recent even in the past years also we have a lot of things, but cyclones we can't stop because it's a natural thing. It would be
Okay.
happen
So,
every year in
so,
either
so.
east or in west. So cyclones are, but we can reduce the flood situation happening in the cities majorly, like metropolitan cities. So
Mm-hmm.
it is the major thing that happening in India. Flood situation is worst in sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but we can even the death rate also, the fatality rate also decreased during the cyclones nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
as we can predict the cyclone even months before, and we can say the exact location of exact landfall location before 1 week, and we can say the intensity and the wind speed and the rain and the what the system will do, what the power it has in the coastal districts, what its effect in entire state, where it would affect more. Like we can all predict before 1 week, and we can evacuate the people in that
People.
particular
Yeah.
region. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that India is better nowadays, and the death rate of cyclones are decreased much in India nowadays. So
Mm-hmm.
we would get better in these flood situations, and India would get better in
Right.
coming
Right.
years.
But the only thing, going that can save us from going into extreme is like planting more trees, saving the environment, right? Try to, reduce the usage of, petrol and diesel cars, and probably, that would reduce the pollution as well, right? Because that
Yes,
would, I think, directly affect the ozone layer, if I'm understanding it correctly, right?
Yes.
So yeah, good, good.
And
So,
even
but
urbanization
mm,
also
mm,
means probably not now, but
mm,
after like many years, like after 20 to 50 years, even like India is a peninsular country. We all know that we have studying from our childhood. India is a peninsular country that three sides of water and one side of land. It's either
mm,
in west is the east coast, and down we have the Indian Ocean,
Indian Ocean,
the yes, near the Sri Lanka.
right?
So it is a peninsular country, so the water level is much in compared to land. So water is the water levels will be raised in like global warming. If increases, the temperatures will increase, and the Himalayas in the upper regions like in the plains of northwest India, increase of global warming and the heat that it would cause can affect the Himalayas and the water and the flood situations, which will increase the water in the oceans. So it can somewhat not now, but it took many years. Can submerge the coastal areas like Mumbai. There is a prone. There is a like there is a uh,
Mm-hmm,
impact in coming years, not now,
mm-hmm,
like Mumbai and Chennai and Visakhapatnam and like Gujarat also. Yes, this is the coast by even Kolkata. So these coastal
mm-hmm,
areas might affect in coming years. So we need to do all things, and we can decrease the global warming.
mm-hmm.
That it would help to decrease the heat amount of heat in the atmosphere. So yes.
Okay. And I wanted to ask Benny about, India. Do we have latest tools and technologies using which we can, do a more accurate forecast? Do you think we are equipped enough with the latest things?
Yes, sir. Yeah, India is better in weather conditions as of now, but we should improve like somewhat improve in like forecasting a accurate weather forecast. Like even IMD, I have seen that Indian Meteorological Department basically
Mm-hmm.
they give the forecast daily based on bulletins, but they won't say like a particular region. Like us, we will the weather bloggers who we forecast. We used to say the particular district even to in the like in Andhra Pradesh. I used to go give more updates in Andhra and Tamil Nadu.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to say the district name, but they don't say district name. They'll just say like there is a chance of heavy rain today. There will
Mm-hmm.
be heavy to very heavy rain in parts
Mm-hmm.
of coastal Andhra, in
Okay.
isolated places, scattered. So
Okay.
they won't say the district names. It would
Mm-hmm.
be better if they include district names too in their another bulletin. So then people can be more accurate. So it would be fine. And India has a more technology nowadays. Can be used to predict satellites, and with the help of satellites, they are predicting cyclones and systems that forming in both the Indian seas. So India is better nowadays, and yes, but need to improve the accuracy of the forecast in coming days. It will be better,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be fine.
Right, right. So, Benny, what is your next goal? What are you trying to do in this particular field? Is it that you want to be in that field, or you are studying in agriculture, so you are planning to pursue that? What is your goal?
Yeah, yes, sir. Now I'm studying BS Agriculture, right? So now I'm in the final year. I have
Mm-hmm,
completed my 3 years in agriculture. So go enter into final year now next month. So
mm-hmm,
after this, I want to go into the agricultural metrology. So basically, when I was completed my intermediate, I don't know
mm-hmm,
that I have BPC biology stream. I don't love maths actually. I used to go with science always. So I have taken after my 10th into BPC, and I have came. Actually, I wanted to become a doctor. Even everyone who studies, who uh, takes BPC in intermediate will go into to to become a doctor. But I
mm-hmm,
have not done with that, and I have came. Even if I not become a human doctor, I can go with the plant doctor. I choose the agriculture option, and I haven't
mm-hmm.
have came. but next so after this I have known that I have got more interested. I'm saying that I got seven interested in, even I'm studying in intermediate and BSc, I have interested in weather. So I don't know, basically I don't know that first I can also give updates like this, I don't know, I have saw some bloggers, weather bloggers in Twitter. So okay, we can also give the weather updates like this. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
thought, and I started last year in 2021 from the northeast monsoon region, which was the
Mm-hmm.
rainy season for Tamil Nadu and South Andhra Pradesh.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I have traveled one cyclone named Mandus, which hit south of Chennai in
Mm-hmm.
December midweek, I think, last year.
Mm-hmm.
So from that time I got interested more in this subject. So after that I want to pursue, I want to study, agriculture is okay related to somewhat to weather forecasting, because when more farmers depends on me, I got more
Right.
DMs regarding uh, to harvest the crops. We are going to harvest the crops. Is there any threat to our crops? Any heavy rains are there? We
Mm.
are planning to something crop. So agriculture and weather are something related, because so
Right.
I
Right.
thought there is another study. So I there is an agricultural meteorology in MSc. So
Mm-hmm.
I would like to put that in my next
Okay.
agriculture meteorology. I would, yes, in
Okay.
MSc.
Okay.
It would be
Okay.
related with both agriculture and weather.
Right. Right. And again, I'm asking question about India, as in do you think Indian government is funding enough on this kind of weather and climate change related activities?
Um, for this question,
Or probably
actually,
you
I
have
don't
not.
know
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
much idea about it. Where the India is,
Because
India is,
there
but
must be lot of research and development needed in this particular field, and for that there must be so
one,
many agencies and
I would
organizations.
I would say one thing, even IMD knows that many weather bloggers are in it. Even SkyMet, the private weather organization, which
Mm-hmm.
is working in forecasting about the India weather. So
Mm-hmm.
private weather SkyMet and our government honors like Indian Meteorological Department know, they know that many bloggers in Twitter, which you do uh, forecast for a particular region. So I would say that why can't they help us, not for giving jobs, but
Mm-hmm.
something why would they take our knowledge, they are okay, they are professional and okay, but they would get they would give chance to us, to use them for the better forecasting, because many people, many bloggers are there from I think in Tamil Nadu there are about 30 bloggers from
Okay.
Chennai.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Tamil Nadu also, if you can go in Twitter, you can see many weathermans from Tamil Nadu, a lot of weathermans. And we in Telugu states also there are about seven weathermans in both Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. There are
Mm-hmm.
Odisha weathermen, Mumbai weathermen, and there are West Coast weathermen, and many bloggers, about 50 are there in India. So, with the help of these bloggers, why can't Indian government, Indian Meteorological Department can make get more improved,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
in that,
Okay. Okay.
with the help of.
Right. Right. Cool. Cool. Thank you, Benny. I mean, thank you so much for this kind of information. So many things were new for me, but yes, I was interested in knowing about this topic, and I really
Yes,
appreciate you sharing this knowledge. And
yes,
I'm so proud of you that at this young age you are so passionate about this topic, which is very rare.
yes,
So congratulations and so many good wishes to you. Uh,
yes.
yes, before closing this, is there anything else that you want to share about this particular topic?
And so I want to continue this blogging.
Mm-hmm.
I won't stop it, because I'm passionate in it, because um, I should go with it, because I can't stop this, because people are dependent on me right now. So
Mm-hmm.
not only dependent, but it's my like responsible to give the forecast, as I can't hide my knowledge and I can't uh, stop my passion. So I would like to continue this blogging by providing accurate weather information for citizens and farmers in rural and urban areas, and
Mm-hmm.
much better in coming days, and would get more um, interaction with
Correct, correct. And I really appreciate, Benny, your intention that you just spoke about that. Okay, you can't stop helping people, right? And there are so many farmers and some private agencies and people dependent on you. And
yeah,
uh, I'm very at remote place where I cannot even imagine, how farmers must be going through when this kind of,
yeah.
rain situation happens, or, so it's a.
Won't follow farmers won't follow IMD bulletins because they don't know, like they won't go into their websites, like they won't check. But we used to forecast, we used to give the updates in even when there is a severe update. I would used to give update in my like native language Telugu. I used to
Mm-hmm,
give the update so farmers can understand. People, farmers who are uneducated can, okay, seeing this post they can be get more alerted and more get be prepared for
mm-hmm,
facing the weather events. Like bloggers are useful for in this way. So IMD can give forecast, but they won't give like they can't people can't understand the forecast. We can understand
mm,
because we have some so we can just like we can just uh, we will give forecast that people can understand easily. Like we will give the forecast where people can understand easily, but they can't give the forecast like. So it's the
mm,
thing.
right. No, that is very important because the
So,
private agencies and organization, they must be sharing in such a very technical knowledge, but you
yeah, yeah,
can, translate them, and so that, people
in
can
more.
easily understand. So that's a really good thing. Yeah. Right.
Yes,
Good, good, Benny. Yes, I'm done from my side. It was really good knowledge sharing session with you. I really
yes, sir.
appreciate your passion and your time. Thank you, Benny. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. In future, of course, as you progress, I would certainly like to reach out to you for more information, and probably we'll do another round of discussion with some more information where I'll also have some more details and some more questions to ask to you. Okay.
Okay,
So,
okay.
yes, thank you, Benny. Thank you so much for your time. It was nice
Thank you.
discussion with you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye.